Hello techies. Welcome to our brand new video series focused on helping you get the most of your experiences in life. Before we start the video, let's know about Upptalk. Upptalk is a live, interactive platform for software training, furnishing robust personalities who could take on universal business platforms.
Security policy changes. We will leave the pending the authentication policy to integrators and to our security admins. Right. We will not focus too much on that. Right. So now, if I go to maintain permissions, maintain permissions for security group, and then we have the option to copy. Right. If I click on copy, then what happens is you can copy over the permission from an existing group and copy it over to a new security. You can create a security group of the same type, or you can use an existing security group to copy the permissions. Right. Okay. So this is something that can be done. Now let's look at a user-based security group. Okay, let's look at a user-based security group, and the user-based security groups typically have the word administrator, auditor as part of the name. So let's look at a security group called HR, administrator. So let's go to View. First, let's go to View Security Group. Okay. Let's view a security group, and we will use the security group called HR Admin. Okay, so HR Administrator. Let's look at this. Click on OK. So what kind of security group is this? User-based. It is a user-based security group. Right. It tells you in HR Administrator is a user-based security group. What is the context? Is it constrained or unconstrained? Unconstrained. It is an unconstrained security group. And you see it says in the comment. It says it helps to create, maintain, view and report on all HR operational data, regardless of organization. Right. Regardless of organization. We are not restricting or constraining that to any specific organization. An administrator kind of a person would need to be able to access all the HR operational data. All the data, regardless of organization. Right. That is why it has to be an unconstrained kind of a security group. So it has certain permissions. It has the list of permissions right. The domain security policy. It has certain access to business process security policy permissions, and so on. Now how do we know who all our HR administrators? Who is an HR administrator? How can we tell? It is there in the members. Right. If I expand members, how many are there? 84 people. Right. 84 workers are assigned to this HR Administrator security group. So more 79 plus 5. 84 workers are assigned to this security group, that is HR Administrator. Right, it's a huge list. Here's a list of workers who are assigned to this one, including our near and dear Logan McNeil. So Logan McNeil is also an HR administrator. Got it. And then, there are a bunch of other people who are also part of it. Now let's say I want to remove somebody, or maybe I want to add somebody to the security groups, and what should I do? I can go to the related actions of the security group, and then I will go to user-based security group, assign users. Again, the option the related actions user-based security group assign users. Okay. Now, this one will be for assigning new ones or removing existing ones. Like, let's say A, B, C portal. I don't like this. Maybe ABC portal should not be a part of HR administrator anymore. So I can take him off ABC portal. Okay. I can take that name off. And if I want to add another worker to this particular organization, let's say I want to add. Yeah, most of them are already there. Let's say I want to add Teresa Serrano. Right. So I've added Teresa Serrano now. So let me see if Teresa got added. T Serrano. It should be right at the end. Oh yeah, here it is. So Teresa Serrano has been now added as an HR administrator this way. Okay. So this is how you add a worker to the user-based security group. Now, how do you assign permissions to a security group? The same thing. You go to the Domain Security Policy Permissions. You go to the Business Process Security Policy Permissions. Edit the permissions. Add a security group. That holds the same for user-based as well as role-based. But here you see, we have the option to directly assign the users to the security group. Now what is the option edit for? Let's go and see. Let's find out. If I go to edit option, the security group. Okay, yeah. So you were able to change the name, the comment, right? That's all you were able to do. You're able to edit the name of the security group. You're able to edit the comment, and you're also able to edit like, who is authorized to administer this particular security group. Okay, so if I want to change it to HR Administrator M, so I can change the name like this. Okay, I won't do that. But if you want to change the name, instead of HR Administrator, you want to name it as Human Resources Administrator. Yes, you can change the name. Okay, you will change the comment. That's all you can do. Right, but now comes an interesting or maybe a pertinent question that, hey, Krish, you are seeing all these domain security policy, permissions, and all other domains, and the functional areas 200 and the 344 of them. How do we find these out? How do we know what is the functional area? What is the domain security policy permission? There are so many of them. Is it possible for everyone to remember it? No. Then how do we understand what security policy permission needs to be assigned to the security group? What is the permission we need? isn't it? So how do we know what is the functional area? What is the exact domain? Well, Workday has come up with the answer for that. The answer is View SEC for section. View security for secureable item. Please make a note of this. View security for secureable item. We also call it lovingly as View SEC for section. Because if you type this, it pulls up this particular report. View security for secureable item. Please make a note. I cannot overemphasize this because this is very important. View security for secureable item. This will be the key for you to work on security. I mean anything you do in security. Start here. View security for secureable item. Click on that. So the beauty of this report is it is a free-form text. Here you can search for anything and everything that is there in Workday. It determines how delivered reports, such as reports, tasks, data sources, are secured. Enter at least 3 characters of the secureable item you would like to evaluate, and click OK to view results that match the result.
Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us at sales@upptalk.com.